digest. From lane to the new shining ground, echo chants where the legends are found. Heroes carved in the heart of time, we march on through grit and grime. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Echoes of King and Greaves in the air. Every goal, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song, marching forward, fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. I'm Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire.
I've done. You know what? I just rolled the intro out and I didn't bring myself in, which is kind of funny. But I'm going to read it again because it was so good. If I can find it. Here we go. Right, take two. Welcome back to the channel because someone has to talk about it. Tottenham Hotspur versus Aston Villa is done. The damage is done, and now it's time for the most painful part of the footballing weekend, the player ratings. No hiding, no excuses, no trust the process. What we just watched yesterday was a Spurs side with no fight, no composure, and far too many passengers stealing their living in the Tottenham shirt. Some of these performances were embarrassing, some were spineless, and some players should be absolutely ashamed of what they put out there last night. This is not a reactionary video. This is not this is accountability player ratings. Every player gets rated. Reputations mean absolutely nothing. And if you drop a stinker, you will get called out for it. So buckle up, get your drinks, get your snacks, hit the like, hit that subscribe button as well, because this is going to be one hell of a ride tonight. So there you go, guys. Welcome to the show. Yes, I had to read that out because I was reading it to myself, which is quite funny. But how are we all, guys? Not even 24 hours later, and are we still hurting? Look, yes, last night's game was first half was everyone should have been sacked first half. Second half, I think, was better. Okay, we'll have to wait and see. Now, there is a lot of rumors going around at the moment about Thomas Frank. Is he here? Is he going to get sacked? I think he's here for the. My gut's telling me he's here for the season. No matter what we want, no matter what we would like, I think he's here for the season. And the reason why he's here for the season, the reason is because we've got no other manager to come in and take his place. And also, this board is spineless. This board hasn't got the balls to rectify a mistake that Daniel Levy made, not Enoch Group, not this. The only bit of good grace I'm going to give the Lewis family, they didn't make this decision, but the likes of our transfer window, they are in control of, and that is embarrassing as well. Too many times that we've just sat there and did nothing. We're buying 19-year-old. No disrespect to the young lad from Santos. I'm sure it's his dream to go and play in the Premier League one day. But he's only played 26 games, and half of them he was injured for. And what the Tottenham do? We'll go for somebody like another Sonny, where we can break into the Brazilian market. I just don't know where we're going at the moment, but that is for a show during the week, because me and Rain are going to talk about it. We've got James as well this week doing a tactics show. We're going to go through Thomas Frank's tactics and try to figure out where he's gone wrong and how can we fix it. If he is here for the season, how can we fix it? And also, we're also this week, guys, coming up. We've got a show coming out, and I'm not sure it's going to be pre-recorded or for members only, because I think you members deserve your own show. It's about Tottenham and the way that we're being run as a football club, and where the owners should do much better than what they're doing. And we do know there is a protest planned for the West Ham game. For me, as much as I think, great, let's get behind this, I think also these protests should have continued after Daniel Levy left. Now, that's no disrespect to Billy and Change for Tottenham. They thought they were doing the right thing. We're going to give this new ownership a try, and we'll take it from there. I do feel, though, we've missed a trick with this. We should have kept the momentum going. And also, look, all the latest transfer news, all the latest news coming up with this week. But look, we've got West Ham next week as well, so we've got the build up to that. But you're not here to hear me talk about what's going on in the boardroom. You're here to talk about what's play ratings we have given. Now, me and Rain have done this. So Rain sent me over his ratings, so we're going to include it as well. I've put down a few notes about the games as well, so let's get on with that. But before we do, let's welcome a few people. Then big up to Matthew, who's become a new YouTube member. Thank you so much, Matthew. Really, really appreciate your dedication. You've been here a long time, actually, and I know you've been a member before. Just let me. There we go. There we go. I know you've been a member here before, but you're always in the chat, so I really do appreciate you. And big up to you. Thank you so much. We've got Wayne Bonner. Good afternoon, folks. Hope you're well and having a good weekend. Yeah, it's a bit wet and drizzly here in Wexford, but yeah, the weekend is going grand. And he says, Dermot's doing the Tottenham, only turning up for the second half. Yeah, that's it. I didn't turn up for the first half. Couldn't be bothered, but I will turn up for the second half. There you go. And he says, Tottenham's being run down the crapper and flushed away. The club is a joke. The fall is going to be hard. Wayne, look, you and me have been supporting Tottenham a long time. Probably between us, probably over 90 years if we were to put our how long we supported this club together. I think we are in free fall, and I think we are in free fall because A, the owners are not running the club correctly. B, we've got a manager who doesn't have a clue. And C, the players don't give a shit. The players don't care. The players don't care what the manager said. We saw Thomas Frank talk to Danso yesterday, and Danso was looking at him saying, what the hell are you on about? He then started playing around with his tactics board. So we're so disorganized, and as Rain rightly said, we are rudderless at the moment. So with Thomas Frank being sacked, I don't think the club have the bottle or have the balls to actually sack Thomas Frank and get a new manager. I think they're just looking for the easy way out, because I do feel the club is up for sale, and that's why all the attention is going on devaluing Daniel Levy shares in Enoch. They've took the eye off the ball. They haven't done anything yet regarding transfers. And we sold a right winger, but we've lost Kudos. Johnson's gone. Who we've got playing on the right? Odebear, who's a left-sided player. I just don't get it. I just do not get it. So 48 years counting for me. Well, I'm 44 years. So what are you looking at? 44, it's 80, 88, 89, 90. So 92 years between the both of us, we've been following Tottenham, Wayne. And I've seen a lot worse. I've seen the 90s, which were painful. But I will say you got the likes of Robbie Keane and Rafa van der Vaart, and you got players like Paul Allen in the early 90s, or Graham Roberts in the 80s and Paul Miller, Ozzy Ardiles. You got Ray Clements, Eric Torsvet. Players like this that cared about playing for Tottenham, cared about the shirt we were wearing, cared about the performances they're putting in for the fans. This is even worse than the 90s for me. What we're seeing now, it is absolutely atrocious. But what can you do? All we can do is just keep backing the team, which we always do in this channel. Do you know what they may infuriate us, they may make us angry, they may piss us off, they may make us so that we want to throw our hands in the air and say, I can't be bothered doing it anymore. But we're us fans will always back the team no matter what. And look, we're not going to qualify for Europe this year. Let's see how Thomas Frank gets on with one game a week. Might improve. Right, so let's get on. Wayne says, if in it back Frank with good quality players in this one, I'll give Frank the rest of the season if they don't boot him. Exactly. Absolutely. Right, let's crack on with it, guys. And we're going to start with a Gianluca Vicario. For me, I gave him a 5. Rain gave him a 5 as well. So there's one few players in this ratings that we've actually agreed on. And but the nice that I wrote down, he couldn't do nothing for the 2 goals. He had no chance for the first one or no chance for the second one. But anything else he did, all the sort of normal, all the normal jobs that a goalkeeper should do, he done them. He done the basics basically. So for me, it gets a 5. Let me know in the chat or in the comments. Do you agree with these ratings as well? And get your own ratings in. Let's see if you align to me and Rain. Yeah, Rain was due to join me, but he had to pop out. So he will be with me tomorrow night. So we look forward to that. Then we've got Pedro Porro, both gave him a 5 for me. Porro could mixed game for Porro, did a great goal line clearance in the second half, but was caught napping for the opening goal when it went through his legs. If he threw his body at the ball, I don't think that ball would have went in. But again, we was carved open that first half by Villa's quick snap, first touch, forward passing. And I think Porro was. And I think also that the problem with Porro is we keep overusing him. Because we don't have any fullbacks. We don't have any fullbacks, and we have to keep using them. And the more we use him, the more he's going to get tired, and the more mistakes are going to creep in. And we already seen the mistakes to go in. If a good offer came in for him in the summer, I'll take it. I'll say thank you very much for your services, and I think you move him on, and then replace him with a decent right back. And maybe that's where Jed Spence needs to go. Put Jed Spence in the right back. Get a decent cover for your doggy as well. Maybe that is Santos. Maybe that is the young Santos player. And buy somebody to back up, Pedro Porro, well, the right back. We need a bigger squad. We need players we need 2 or 3 players for every position. So we don't get caught out like this. So it's just we are so disorganized. Big up to Kevin Danso. For me, he gets a 6 as well. From Rain gets a 6 as well. Kevin Danso, where did I write his notes? Just give me a sec. I did write the notes. Danso, solid game for Danso. I don't think he did anything wrong yesterday, actually. I thought he has a good relationship with Van der Ven, and I thought he did well. Not his best game, but was solid. And I think that's what I can give him. Solid for Danso. Then for Mickey Van der Ven, I gave him a 7. Rain gave him a 6. I thought Mickey Van der Ven yesterday, captain for the game, and didn't let us down. I think he was one of the few players that didn't let us down in the first half, or didn't let us down in the second half. I think he took his responsibility of being captain very seriously, and I think he's a better captain than Romero. And I know a lot of people might disagree with that, but I do feel he's a better captain than Romero. But I gave him a 7, and it was his coming back, wasn't it? When we were caught out 3 or 4 times, he raced back and was basically saved us. So for me, Mickey Van der Ven, 7, 6 for Rain. Ben Davis, Mr. Tottenham, Mr. Reliable, Mr. He's there, isn't he? You ask him to do a job, and he would do it to the best of his ability. Played on the left back, and for Davis, Davis did well and made three good tackles, and he tried, and that's all we can ask for him. He did try. So overall, for the goalkeeper and the back 4, I think I would give them all a 7. If I was giving them one for the goalkeeper and back 4 as one one player rating for all of them. I'll give him a 7. But well done to Ben Davies, Mr. Reliable, I think, when he comes on. We've got Palunian for me, man of the match. Absolutely. Didn't play well in the first half, but second half he upped his game, didn't he? And led by example. And then at the end, get into a bit of a scruffle with Ollie Watkins and Rogers. And I have no problem what he did after the game. I have no problem whatsoever. I think Ollie Watkins is a bit of an idiot for doing celebrating in front of Tottenham fans. What do you think was going to happen? Seriously. And Palhinha for me is one of these players, he wears his heart on his sleeve. And he's one of these players I think could be captain as well. And if we don't buy him this January, we don't activate the buy clause in his loan agreement, then we're mad. We're absolutely mental. We should be getting this player and getting them now. I think this is the most easiest transfer to do because he gave everything yesterday. And for me, he was my man in the match. And the notes I wrote down there was the best of the players for Spurs, man in the match for me. And I think for me, that's how I feel. We've got Archie Gray, 4 for me. Not his best game, Archie Gray. Was lost in the first half, chasing shadows, in fact, in the first half. Second half, picked it up a little bit, didn't he? But he did have that shot in the first bit. No, it was Odegaard had the shot, sorry. But for me, not a great game for Archie Gray. And I gave him a 4. Ryan gave him a 5. I think 4 for me was being kind to him. I mean, I should have given him a 3 or a 2 because I don't think he was effective at all in that whole game. And also another thing that Thomas Frank didn't have any depth on the bench to take him off and replace him with somebody else. We've got Basuma now coming back from the African Cup of Nations. We've got Sarr out there. Bergville's injured. It's like we had no opportunity to change it. And I just don't know why he didn't. Don't know why Thomas Frank didn't change it and change formation and go for broke. It is the FA Cup, by the way. It is one game. We have to wait another whole year to this time next year to have another tilt at the FA Cup. And it's a cup that I've always wanted us to win. And I said we haven't won it since I was 14, and I'm 49 next month. It's a long time since we won the FA Cup. And again, I just don't get the players' first half performance. But I think Archie Gray had a poor first half and a second half. For me, Shafi Simmons for me, 8 for me, 7 from Ryan. I brought in here mixed game. Where's Simmons? I'm trying to find him now. Trying to find where notes are written down. I don't think I did. Oh yeah, here we go. Simmons, quiet first half, upped his game in the second half, and got an assist for Odegaard's goal. I look, second half he was a man possessed, wasn't he? He was an absolute man possessed, running around second half, trying to get things, great stuff, trying to create opportunities. Did get an assist as well for Odegaard's goal, so absolute. But for me, I feel sorry for Xavi. I really do. I think you've got a manager who's clueless, doesn't know how to get the best out of them, and I think we need a manager to come in to get the best out of these players. I really do. And last night it showed the first half to me. These players are not playing for Thomas Frank. They're not playing for whatsoever, and they're not even playing for us. And once the fans got behind them, once they saw the players playing better in the second half, the fans did get behind them. And I think the fans were the 12th man last night. They were fantastic in that second half. And once we got the goal back to Odegaard, you could see the momentum building. You can see the Spurs fans getting behind the players. And the players said, we changed it ourselves. So that tells me one thing. They are not listening to Thomas Frank, one iota. We've got Wilson Odegaard for me, 7 for me, 6 for Rain. I wrote down for Odegaard. First half quiet, second half burst into life, I think about 57 minutes into the game. Had that shot early on in the first half. But once he got his goal, he was like a man possessed. Confidence grew in him. Absolutely. And I thought he was very good. I did thought he was very good last night, second half wise. But Odegaard, he gets a 7 for me and a 6 from Rain. Mateus Tel, 6 for me, 5 for Rain. Mateus Tel worked hard. That's it. I think that's all you can say about Mateus Tel. He did work hard while he was on the pitch, but that's all I can say. Coming up now to Richie. Didn't really do anything. He came off the Well, start from being injured. We think it's a hamstring injury. We don't know how long that's going to keep him out. Probably for the next 6 weeks or 7 weeks, I would say. But yeah, 5 for me, 5 for Rain. Didn't do much for the 19 minutes he was on the pitch. I think he was very marked out the game, and we had no outlet. When the ball went up, it just came straight forward because Richie just wasn't effective. And look, 5 for me. Hope to get him back quickly, but we've got Dom back, so that is a relief in itself. So let's hope he's not out for too much, Richarlison. Now for the subs, Rani came on for Richarlison on the 31st minute. I wrote down for Solo. Colo came on for Richie, had a goal ruled out for offside, and grabbed an assist. Had some key touches, and he did. He didn't do too bad when he came on, to be fair. But it was just one that first half where everyone played bad. Second half, they decided let's go for it, and then. But I didn't see a lot of Colo in the second half, so 6 for me. For me, Dean Scarlett came on for Mateus Taylor in the 78th minute. Didn't really affect the game too much, Dean Scarlett, and he's getting all these chances and he's not grabbing them. And I'm sure coming onto a team that's losing or a team that's short confidence and a manager that's possibly lost the dressing room, I feel sorry for these youngsters, but we have not handled all our youngsters well at all. And I think this is another player, a bit like Troy Parrott, will probably need to move away from Tottenham to reconstruct his career and probably move up a little bit. He has to go. He has to go, and I think for his own footballing sake, I think he has to move, do what Troy Parrott did. I don't think Rain would agree with me, but something I will ask Rain during the week in one of the shows we are doing. Then we've got subbed off. We've got Odegaard and Dom Solanke. Dom Solanke back after getting injured in August. Didn't really do a lot during the game. I have to say, he wasn't on long enough, 57 minutes. So got a good sort of 31, 32 minutes under his belt. The balls just didn't drop for him, did they? But again, worked hard, trying to get things going. And then lastly, then we've got Porro subbed off for Jed Spence. Jed Spence for me. Did not offer anything, kept giving the ball away. He was so wasteful in possession as well, Jed Spence. And of course, he came off for a tired Porro. But there you go, guys. That is the player rating. So let me know if you agree or disagree. Put it in the comment section or the chat. So let me know. So let's go through some of these chats as well before we finish off. Nice to see the subscriptions have gone up. Yeah, you know what, Wayne? We've been on a wave of growing quickly over the last sort of 3 or 4 months, and it's great. And I'm really, it's given me the confidence to know what I'm doing. I'm good at what I'm doing, and people are enjoying the content we're putting out at the moment. So yeah, long may that continue. And yes, we are going to do something for the members. Just remind me, Wayne, send me an email, bud. Let me know when you're free, because I'm going to interview. Well, not interview. We're going to do member shows where you come on and talk about why you started supporting Tottenham Hotspur and your best memories and why you love this club so much. So please get in touch, Wayne. We'll get you one. Been with this channel since the very start as well, Wayne. You really have shown a lot of commitment and loyalty to me. So thank you so much. It means a hell of a lot. Time for Porro to go for me. He's had his time at Spurs. I think so too. Big up to Mandy Didier. Dermo, don't blame Frank. 3 games a week. No left winger, no left back, no creative midfielders, no goal scoring. Keeper doesn't command this box. Yes, I agree with you. The players need to take responsibility. I agree with you. We did the show before Christmas, me and Tequila, where we went through the squad. And the squad, for me, the only player that would get into a title winner side is Mickey van der Ven. All the rest of them would struggle. So I get it. I think Thomas Frank does have to take responsibility. He takes responsibility for the tactics. He takes responsibility for inspiring the players. And the players do need to be inspired. And also for the training and what he's doing. So yes, he has to take responsibility. Of course he does. But so do the players and so do the owners as well. So everyone has to take a slice of the pie. If this continues, like we're now 11 days into the window and we've made one signing, a 19-year-old. this is where the board, who said when Levy went, we're going to focus more on the footballing side, we're going to build on the success of Bilbao. Well, we're not, and we're just Enoch are going back to old. So for me, where I would agree with you that Frank doesn't deserve all the blame, he deserves a majority of it, and the players and the owners. So everyone wants to take shared responsibility. But for me, I think Thomas Frank is not the man for us. I think we have to go out and get a player, a manager that fits the Tadaris to do, fit our motto, the fit of the push and run, which push and run is basically what we had under Poch, what we had under Bill Nick, what we had under Arthur Rowe. It evolves. Push and run evolves. And it's about 1-2 touch football, isn't it? And Tottenham have always had the reputation of playing attractive front football and rarely to dare is to do. That's our motto. But we're not doing that at the moment. And also we're too nice. And Jose said that when he was managers. We are too nice. Big up to you, Mandy DA. I haven't seen you for a long time. I'm great to see you back in the chat, bud. We've got Joe Blogs. It's like Enoch are now in caretaker mode, selling Brendan Johnson alone in play. Yeah, it does feel like that, Joe Blogs. Back to sorry, I got an itchy nose. Oh God, that's better. Don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you were doing first half. We barely got out the second gear, and I watched our first back simple, almost lazily passing it through to. Sorry, let me get this right. Sorry. I don't know what you were doing first half. We barely got out of second gear. I watched our first back, simply almost lazy passing it through to you scored. All banter aside, I take you're a Villa fan. Look, thanks. I mean, look, I think Villa have been great this year. I rarely do. I think Villa are in the title fight, and I think Emery's got you purring at the moment. He's got you purring. But the one thing that Emery's got, what Thomas Frank doesn't have, that he's got control of Aston Villa. He has a say who comes in, who comes out. And at Tottenham or Manchester United, they don't. And this is where Emery's building the club in his image, and he's allowed to do that. And we're not. The manager is building the club in Enoch's image, which is not great. And yes, it's frustrated. Yes, I'm angry. Yes, if it wasn't for this channel, I wouldn't be bothered watching Tottenham. But I feel Villa may well end up winning something this year. I think you know what? I think you might be a good. Sorry, my nose is itchy. Slap myself in the hand. Yeah, I expect Villa to win something this year. I really do. It's your team don't care, the manager doesn't care, and your owners don't care. Credit to keep supporting the team that isn't giving you anything. Yeah, look, I do it because, as I said, if it wasn't for this channel, I wouldn't be. I would have said, that's it. I'm done with Tottenham this year. But I do it because because of the subscribers we have, B, the loyalty of the subscribers we have, and C, because I do love my club. I do support my club. I'm passionate about my club. There's two things in the world I'm passionate about. The first thing I'm passionate about is Mrs. Tron and my boys and my family. That above everything else is the most important thing in my life. And the second thing is my football. It's the team I support, where I have been supporting them since ever I can remember. So I've seen a lot worse than this, but the players don't care. They don't care about the manager. The manager doesn't give a shit about the players or us. He keeps blaming the fans, which I think is ridiculous. And the owners are doing nothing because the owners don't give a shit either. We're a team that doesn't care. And it's the likes of me and thousands of other fans around the world that get up at stupid o'clock in the morning. I mean, you get fans in Australia or New Zealand getting up 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. In America, getting up 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning to watch Tottenham play. I'm lucky. I get them watch them at a reasonable hour. So I'm lucky that way. But I take my hat off to you guys that get up a stupid clock in the morning to watch Tottenham and to be let down again and again and again and again. We need new owners. We need new manager. We need to get rid of some of these players. The rebuild is going to be really painful. But we have to go through pain to get a bit of gain at the end of the day. And the club has not. This is not the club I grew up supporting. This is a club that is ran out of ideas, ran out of motivation, and ran out of trying to be who we are meant to be. And at the moment, this club, if this club was ill, it would be in life support at the moment. The body of Tottenham Hotspur is fantastic. The soul of Tottenham Hotspur has been broken and gone. But no, big up to you, and I hope I hope Villa do it this year for you. I'm really and look, we love I love other fans coming in here, and I love having banter with you. And this channel has really prided itself on letting inviting other fans in here and have their say. And we can all have good banter, and it's all been respectful. So big up to you, and we'll definitely get you on. Let me know. Send me an email, and we'll get you on for when we go up to Villa Park for the Villa game. Yeah, I am. Yeah, not here. No, your grandman. You're well done yesterday. Congratulations. And look, I hope you go on to win the FA Cup. I really do. So fair play to you, bud. Any means equality he is, Wayne. You know how much Tequila wants him as well, and I would love him. Big up David Cladd, Spurs fans, please. You still not get it. The Lewis, look, David. I'm not here. I'm sick of hearing always the fans don't get it, or we do get it. We do get it. Why do you think there's going to be a protest for the West Ham game? Why do you think I keep saying on this channel from when Levy left, I want in it gone as well? And it's easy to blame the fans. I've seen enough over the last 24 hours of saying it's all the fans' first fault. You fans get what you get, the club you deserve. I have had enough of that bullshit. It is, we've all got to take responsibility, and the least people have to take responsibility is the fans. The players have to take responsibility. The manager does. The owner does. The only one who doesn't is the fans. We follow this club home and away. We've got the best away fans in the league, and on any given day, we've got the best home fans in the league. We all know it's Enix's fault, but we can't drive Enix out. Today, get an offer from somebody to buy the football club that they feel that it's responsibility, that is reasonable for the price they're asking for. If somebody rocked up to the Lewis family, say, right, here's $4.5 billion for Tottenham Hotspur, they're going to take it for the football side, but they want the $5 billion because of all the investments they made on the housing side and on the construction side of Tottenham Hotspur. I want the Enix group. I don't care what they do with the hotel or anything. Nothing for me to worry about. What I do worry about is what they're doing for the team on the pitch, and it isn't. They're doing nothing. So sell up and go. I agree, Dermo. Frank ain't right. We need experience. So why buy a 19-year-old who has played? Yeah, I know. It's again, it's Enix's way of. Will that make the fans happy? No, it won't. Any club that doesn't give full control to the manager is destined to dive down the league. Yeah, exactly. At some point, it is madness. And you look what Emery's done at Villa. He's absolutely done brilliant at Villa, and he's molded them into a team that I think either this season or maybe next season can actually challenge for the league. We're so off challenging for Conference League football at the moment. We really are. Thank you, and it would be nice, but it ain't happening. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. We've got Eddie. Some of our so-called big players need to, yeah, they do. But Eddie, please tell me, right? I agree with what you're saying, that these so-called big players need a stent on the bench. Poro Romero, exactly. But who have we got to come in to replace them, to put them on the bench? We haven't got the squad to do it. We haven't got the depth in the squad to do that. So at the moment, we're stuck with these players. Look, for me, Romero, I love Romero. I love the comment the tweet he put out, and I think he was telling it as it is when he says that the board are lying to the fans. I get that, and fair play to him for doing it. But I think also he can be so rash on the pitch. He can let us down, and I just feel that until we can bulk up the squad better, it is what we've got. And I wish they could drop Porro and Romero, but we can't. We can't, because we don't have the squad depth. As simple as that. This football club has never been the club of winning league twice. Yeah, I get that. So in 143 years, won the league twice. So basically, this is there to. It's basically we've look every year the season comes around. Every year, it's our year to win something. We've never been a league title side. We've never had that consistency since 60-61 under Bill Nick, where we consistently won every game. And we've been chasing that consistency since then. But we've been very successful in the Cups because the Cups is about 5 or 6 games to the final, and we've raised our occasion. We've raised the bar of winning Cups. League Cup 3 times, 8-time winners of the FA Cup, 3 times UEFA Cup winners, 1 Cup winners. But we've never found the consistency to win the league. Now, we could have done it under Poch, but we didn't back Poch in the January of that year, where I think we could have won the league. So I do get you that this football club has never been the club of winning league title. We are a cup side. We are basically a cup side, but we can always dream that we will win the Premier League one day. I hope so. Domo, just think Romero, Van der Ven, and Porro Richie go in 2 seasons. We are heading towards the championship. There's something we're going to talk about this week, that we are heading towards the championship. It reminds me of the 70s, where after Bill Nick left, we really went on a small decline, and which ended up in our relegation in 77. Are we heading that way now? Yes, I think we are. Big up to Eddie. We haven't even tried other players in their position, so we'll give them. Yeah, I know. It's just a complete joke. It's like a circus. It's like Enoch are the clown masters and we're the clowns, and the players are the clowns. It needs burning down, starting again from scratch. But it needs to burnt down to the foundations, start again. And for me, personally, I've seen so many great sides over the years. Seen many great players, Chrissy Waddle, Paul Gascoigne, Glenn Hoddle. Players where they knew what they were doing. Players where they fitted the there is to do. That would get you on the edge of your seat. That would get you on the edge of your seat and expect something to happen. Even if we were losing or drawing, that player would step up with a moment of magic and change it. We haven't got that now. And that's down to the board. It's down to 25 years of mismanagement. If the board was in any other industry, they would be sacked by now. So the likes of Vinay and Paratici, I don't think is doing anything at the moment, but the likes of Vinay and Lang, they need to be sacked. They need to be sacked and sacked now, because they're making a joke out of our club. And it's got to stop somewhere along the line. Big up David. Even when we got relegated, we didn't win the league to get promoted as champions. We finished 3rd. So basically, we've never been a club. That is the truth. We are a top club. We are a big club. We are a big name. And I would stand by that and stand over that. And it doesn't matter what we did in the past. We can't change that. It's what we do now into the future. And the rebuilding is the rebuilding now. Tottenham Hotspur have a massive name around the world. We are a big club in name. Are we showing it at the moment? No, we're not showing it at the moment. But we are a big club, and I think for me personally, I think I'll stand by that and I'll stand over that. We're a big name and a big club. Are we acting like a big club? No, we're not. We're acting like a club that's being relegated. That's what we're acting like. But I need to see something to give me hope, because at the moment we're in a dark tunnel, and that light at the end of the dark tunnel is so far away. But I have all the hope in the world that we will get out, and we will look back in this in 2 or 3 seasons' time and thinking we've been through our dark times. We will come to the light again. We will grow. We will get out, and we will be successful again. We just have to go through this pain, and the pain is the squad needs changing, and changing squads or buying new players and getting rid of the others is a painful experience. We will get there, but we just need everything to fall into place. Big up to Biker Yid. It says Palhinha is the only one that deserves any credit. he has what it has to be. But yeah, he has heart. Do you know, Bikey? I totally agree with you, 100%. Need to buy him and need to buy him this January. Big ups, Wayne. As much as I've been opposed to it in the past, maybe it's the time to get some of that Saudi. Do you know what? Maybe it is, Wayne, but we won't be able to spend it like Man City did because of the new rules brought in. Newcastle are the wealthiest club in the world, but they cannot spend the money because they have to adhere to the new FFP rules. So yeah, maybe it is time. It doesn't matter, Saudi money or American money. We cannot spend it big because of the new FFP ruling. But yeah, I would take anyone at the moment than Enoch. Big up to Eddie. I've seen the good and the bad with us. Many at Spurs was against Everton at 965, where we never knew the owners. Well, yeah, you never did you? It's only recently owners have now become the thing. But yeah, back in the you wouldn't know. Big up to you, Eddie. Good chat. If I haven't seen you before, hit that subscribe button, bud. My granddad took me to the lane when I was 4. That was 56 years ago. I was told this club is yours for life. He would turn, yeah, I know. And the thing is, what makes me laugh, and Mandy, is look, we all, you, me, and the older fans, we will never change. This is our club, and this is our club to the day we die. But we've seen different ownerships. There's people that have only known Enoch. And for me, that is so. I feel sorry for them fans. I really do. They've only seen us win 2 trophies. I'm lucky enough to see us in my lifetime, see us win 3 FA Cups. We'll reach 4 FA Cup finals, win the UEFA Cup, got to 4 League Cup finals. I've seen this be pretty successful over the years. There's fans that have only seen us win 2 trophies, which is quite unreal. And David says it's either Saudi money or it's a magician called Diamond because nothing else. Exactly. Big up to Iceman. Hope you're doing well, bud. He says big up Dermo and everyone in the chat. How can we be so crap in the first half and completely different in the second half? It just proves the players ain't playing for fun. I said it yesterday, Iceman. And it's great to see you back as well. Great to see you back, bud. I agree with you. But guys, that is it. That is your player rating show. I'm off now to find a Saudi to buy Tottenham. Maybe raid my piggy bank, see can I offer them 150, €1.50. Would they accept that? But guys, we are back tomorrow night at 8 with final score. And then any news that breaks between now and then, of course, I'll bring to you first and fastest. But whatever you do, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Come on, you Spurs. In the cock will we trust.